Sisters, I just want to give you something. Okay, guys? Before I start anything, I have the stopwatch here. Okay? This khutbah should be 5 minutes before I start. This khutbah should be 5 minutes. Every time I look and I see someone of you speaking, I'm going to start the 5 minutes again. Did you guys aware of what I said? I'm going to make this khutbah 5 minutes. If I see any one of you speak to one another, I'm going to restart the 5 minutes. Okay, we can go ahead. Clear enough? So stay quiet, hold yourself. Guys, the guys in the corner, come on please. Okay. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا العالمين سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Brothers and sisters, today I'm going to speak about everyone's wish and how every one of us can make a wish in his life and how everyone can make his wishes come true. How can everyone achieve any purpose in his life? I'm going to restart in the 5 minutes now. Okay. As I said, that your wishes and everything you're hoping for in this life is going to be happening if you only do one thing. And this is actually the one thing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells you to do, which is to make dua. And when you make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you should know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala power has no limit. Has no limit. Make your dreams and your wishes touch the heaven. Allah will make it true and Allah will make it happen to you. And you, by making dua, guys, you are expressing that you have emotions with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You have connections to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I will ask you one single question. Have you ever saw someone going to an empty house and calling someone inside? Have you ever saw someone going to an empty house while there is no one there? No. No one goes to an empty house and call anyone because there is no one. The only reason you call someone because you know there is someone inside or someone going to respond back. And that's exactly what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants you to do. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants you to believe, guys, that He exists. Allah is there. Allah is hearing you. Allah is feeling you. So when you call Him, He knows that you believe in Him. You believe that He is so powerful and He's going to establish everything for you and He's going to make every dream you have to come true. And then, I told you guys that you have no limit in your life. So have no limit for your dreams. And as I said this, if you know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is supporting you and Allah is in your back and Allah is taking care of you, we said we're going to all make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because He's going to respond back. Allah said in the Quran, وَقَالَ رَبُّكُمْ ادْعُونِي أَسْتَجِبْ لَكُمْ. Pray for me, I will respond back to you. البر لا يبلى والذنب لا ينسى والديان لا يموت ابن آدم يعمل ما شئت فكما لا يجزان أو كما قال ثاني من الذنب كما لا ذنب له. الحمد لله الذي رفع عن الحق تعالى وأزلف الباطل فأخاه وخلق الإنسان كسواه وشق سمعه وبصره ثم هداه. Brothers, now you ask me a question. What would happen if I don't make dua? What would happen if I keep making wishes but without dua? I have to say, it's the khutbah time. Nothing is going to happen. Because Allah said in the Quran, the only reason He's going to give you something is because of your dua. The only reason Allah cares for you is because of your dua. The only cause Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes things happen for you is your dua. Allah says in the Quran, at the end of Surah Al-Furqan, قُلْ مَا يَعْبَأُ بِكُمْ رَبِّي لَوْلَا دُعَاءُكُمْ. What would my Lord care for you? What would make my Lord care for you if it is not for your dua? The only thing will make things happen in your life is your dua. And the only thing will make things not come in your life and not work with you is your dua. Now, how do you make dua? When you make dua, you express to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you're powerless, that you are in so much need to Him, that you cannot get things done in your life without the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's only going to work because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to you that this is how it works. This is the only way. And this is the only single way is to pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that is the connection between us and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is to pray. And now one thing more. We see what happens to our Palestinian brothers. We see what happens in Palestine. We see what happened to them. And we see what happens in Gaza. How can we help them? You actually, guys, have the most thing you can help them with, which is to pray to them. When you see a kid suffering, you pray for him. May Allah give him food. May Allah give him water. May Allah give him a shelter. May Allah give him a bed nice like what I have. May Allah give him someone to take care of him like how my parents are taking care of me. May Allah make someone feel for them like how my parents feel for me. And now, this brings me back. You go home, you speak to your parents. This is what I heard today, that I have to make dua, but I don't know what to say. Now sit with your parents, make them make dua, and you say Ameen, and you should learn how to make dua. Why? Because dua is the only thing going to make things work and happen and come true in your life. Without dua, you're getting nothing. It's like you need to get something from your mom, you have to ask your mom for it. Mom, can I get this? Try and say, oh Allah, can I get this? Oh Allah, give me this. And Allah promised you that He's going to give it to you. ما من يوم جمعة إلا في ساعة إجابة فالله معي عسى أن تكون هذه الساعة. اللهم يا حق من دعوناه ويا أكرم من رجوناه ويا خير من اتقيناه أمن علينا بغفران. Say آمين. أمن علينا بغفران وعاملنا بفضلك وإحسانك وهب لنا نورا من أنوارك وذكرا من أذكارك ولا تكلنا إلى أنفسنا طرفة عين ولا أقل من ذلك. اجعل لنا لسان صدق في الآخرين واجعلنا من ورثة جنة النعيم ونجنا من عذابك ونيرانك. جزاكم الله خيرا وتقبل الله منا ومنكم وقوموا إلى صلاتكم يغفر الله لنا ولكم.